And there we are. Really nice offices. Here's campus. And there's Stacy. Good morning.
Oh, good morning. So good to see you.
Oh yes, I know you're thrilled to see this camera. We'll turn it off.
Thrilled.
It's all right. It's 18 minutes past 8 on this kind of humid and hazy Tuesday morning. Thanks so much for listening, though. In the morning, I'm Bonnie Grice. The River Theater Company is developing a new play that aspires to raise awareness and understanding of gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender life within our community. And it's monologue-driven, and we're going to find out exactly what drove them to develop this play together. And joining us are the two members and the founding members of the River Theater Company. Who do I say first? Stacy Dermont. Good morning, Stacy.
Alphabetically.
Dermont Mana. Okay. And Tony Mana. Good morning,
Hi,
Tony.
Bonnie.
Tony, who's also got a video camera in her hand because you're doing this for your blog or your what?
Yeah, my vlog.
Your vlog. That's
Vlog.
right. It's a vlog.
Yes.
Anyway, this particular new play has a rather interesting title to it and a nice play on words. But I'm curious to find out from both of you if you think it's going to be off-putting at all. It's called Homofiles. Stacy, I mean, what inspired this play originally?
Tony's experience inspired it. She should speak to that. But in terms of putting people off, yeah, I think the use of the word homo gets your attention more than anything. You know, this community has taken on the terms dyke and queer and really made them their own, made them sort of more powerful statements.
Almost like the N-word, if you will.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But nobody really wants the word homo. It just happens to be a really great title for what we're doing because what it is a collection of first-person experiences of short monologues about growing up gay on Long Island or about the problems you face here on Long Island because you are part of a gay couple or part of this community. But I think Tony should speak to what
the origins of this, Tony, right? And it starts with a family member, is that right?
Yes. My brother, when he came out, it was kind of a difficult coming out. He went away to Boston College, and he was out dancing at a nightclub, and he got stabbed, and he was rushed to the hospital, and we got a phone call in the middle of the night. We piled into the car, went up to Boston, and now, growing up, my father was an old world Italian, very old-fashioned. All we ever heard about was how homosexuality was sick, it was disgusting, it was evil, blah, blah, blah. And so here he walks into the ICU, and there's his son in makeup and glitter, and, you know, so they didn't talk for many years. It was a really, really horrible time. And I saw what my brother went through. He had a really difficult life. And so 5 years ago, when Stacy and I were doing vagina monologues, I saw, this was our first year, and I saw the impact, the power that the play had on the audience and on the actors. I said, oh my God, we got to do something like this. We have to combine the two. And I mentioned to Stacy, and somehow the name of Homofiles came up.
Did that come up right away? You thought of it right away? Yeah.
Tony did, yeah.
Because basically it's a variety of, as you say, it's like files, it's monologues, and you're going around now and interviewing people, is that right?
Yes, it's Homofiles with an F. Homofiles with a PH actually means homosexual. So yeah.
And inspired directly, in a way, by the vagina monologues, which you have produced now for the last, what, 6 years? 5 years.
Yeah. Well, the idea of theater as a political statement is nothing new at all, but the success of vagina monologues was very inspiring, you know, to try to latch on to that for other important causes in the here and now. I should mention that Homofiles is being hosted by the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of the South Fork. Performances will be there in Bridgehampton in October, and they've been very helpful with us.
In developing it?
Yeah, well, in getting interview subjects for us, and we do have some funding through the larger Unitarian congregation.
Did they
for the
ask you
initial
for something like
costs.
this?
They did and they didn't. They were extremely open to the idea of us producing Vagina Monologues there, which I approached them 2.5 years ago. And Vagina Monologues, Sag Harbor, 2005, was
Yeah.
the very first public event in their meeting house.
No,
because
Vagina Monologues?
2006.
Six, yeah.
Sorry. Their meeting house was just built in 2005. They just completed it. So we had the very first public event, and the congregation was very supportive and very excited to bring in a theatrical event that brought in the larger community. And that's what the inspiration, in part, Homofiles is all about, is embracing the LGBT community and really welcoming them and asking them to come and be together with the larger community.
So what are you doing now? I mean, how are you gathering together these homophiles, if you will?
We're interviewing a lot of people. Stacy and I have been interviewing them together. And
how do you find them?
Well, we've gotten a lot of help. We've gotten a lot of help from the Unitarian Universalists and also Chris Epifania, who is she president?
She is.
She's a president of EGO.
I'm sorry. She's past president of EGO. She's
Okay,
current
past president
of UUCSF.
Right, past president of EGO, current president of the Unitarian Universalists.
EGO is East End Gay
Right,
Organization,
right.
right?
And she's been really, really helpful in connecting us with people. We've really been received so well. We've been welcomed with open arms, and we've been really pleased. We've gotten so many stories, so many great stories, so many horrible stories.
And so you're basically inviting people to be interviewed, and you sit down with them and ask them a certain number of questions, or does it just let them talk?
Yeah, we have a list of about 10 standard questions which we rarely use, because once we get rolling, what we want to hear is what they want to tell us. Because if you book an interview with us, obviously you're going to be thinking about what it is you'd like to share, so we go with that, and that gives us very interesting and unique interview material, because everybody's voice is different and fascinating, really. I mean, it's the whole rainbow of total acceptance within one's family to being kicked out of the house.